We did it.
We did it, Joe.
You're going to be
We're
the next
gonna ruin
president
the
of the
United
United
States.
States.
All right. It's been a week of President Joe Biden's first term. And we're going to go through some of his actions as president so far. The hand inside of Joe Biden has been very busy. He's been signing a lot of executive orders. We're going to go through some of those. And also, where do we go from here? How are we feeling? Are we kind of distraught? Are we hopeless? We're going to get to that at the end. Make sure you stick around for the inspiring message from me at the end. But let's jump right into it. Joe Biden has been the president now for 1 week. And first thing he does as the president, first, obviously, we know he had like 65,000 troops come to his inauguration. No people were allowed because of COVID. After the inauguration was done and the political puppetry was over, 5,000 National Guard troops were sent to a garage with one bathroom, one power outlet for everybody. President Trump obviously immediately said, you guys can use Trump Hotel if you want any of my resources. Very nice. Joe Biden, on the other hand, under his watch so far, that's the first thing he does. Humiliate the troops. First thing he does. So not a good start. I guess that's part of the Build Back Better Biden plan, is disrespect the troops in front of everybody immediately. Let's see how that plays out for him. But after that, the first thing he did when he was in office, the first thing he did executive order-wise, cancel the Keystone pipeline. One stroke of the pen, 11,000 jobs toast, $1.6 billion in wages gone, just like that. Everyone's very mad. New Mexico's big mad. Wisconsin's big mad. Look what these guys had to say about it.
Right now, the numbers of jobs are thousands of jobs. There's Michael's, there's Precision Pipeline. That would have affected that the pipeline was going to be constructed. The actions that were happened recently, we were doing station work. There's hundreds of guys that got laid off.
So I guess the plan to Build Back Better is to halt construction altogether. We'll see how that works. Everyone's very mad. The unions are mad. This is not what they said they signed up for, although it is because he voted for Joe Biden. The guy's a muppet. Tom Cotton said since Biden's been in office, 70,000 jobs are already gone. And these aren't just regular jobs either. These aren't just, Walmart greeters and people working in normal retail jobs. This is high-skilled labor. These are machine workers. These are welders. Your welding job's gone, but at least the White House lets you pick what gender you want to be. So sorry, Mark the welder from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. You don't have a job anymore, but we'll call you they. So New Mexico's big mad. New Mexico voted for Biden 54 to 43. What does that mean? Yeah. So New Mexico percent. Well, it was a weird way to look at it. Ow, I'm sore from working out. Yeah, the Keystone Pipeline goes through a lot of states. Look at all these states. Yeah, it's like, it sounds pretty important. And now that their Keystone Pipeline doesn't exist, I guess we're going to have to find our oil from somewhere else. And I wonder where we're going to find our oil from somewhere. Maybe Dan Crenshaw can help us figure out where we can find some oil around here. Maybe not around here. Maybe we got to go somewhere further east in the middle of the world. Oh, man. Syrian proxy war time. We did it, Joe. We're ruining America. What's next? All right. The first thing he does when he gets into office, Joe Biden, the president of the United States, he freezes border wall construction and deportations. So the border wall is not being built anymore, and we're not deporting people anymore either. First thing he does. And then what's next is going to be the amnesty for 11 million people. And this is who's in charge of it. He doesn't know what he's signing. Oh, 11 million amnesty? Double that, Joe. That's what you're going to be signing. So if you're a manual laborer from Honduras, now's probably the right time to get into a caravan of your friends and head up this way. Now the construction wall has been halted and deportations are frozen. I guess it's just a race to get here now. We did it, Joe. We're ruining the United States. Here's some more Joe Biden not knowing exactly what he's doing. Here's him saying, salute the Marines. I guess someone in his ear told him to say that, and he didn't know, and he just said it, and he didn't know it meant to do it.
Salute the Marines.
He says his audible directions out loud. The guy on the other end was probably like, ah! damn it, Muppet Joe. Because it's so much easier when I have my hand up inside you and use your mouth like that. Oh, I'm going to have to cut that out. I have heard the theory that it was him saying good-looking Marines. So play it again with that in mind. It could be good-looking Marines. Is he supposed to salute the Marines? Richard Rappoi? I think so. Richard Rappoi thinks so. Not good. Not good, Muppet Joe. Another first thing he did, apparently he made insulin way more expensive. Not nice. Not good. Comes in and goes after diabetic people. Takes a swing. Get mad, diabetic people. Next first thing he does, he makes it so men can compete in women's sports. Now the federal government respects whatever gender you pick. So if you're a guy and you're Carl and you want to be Carol and go play lacrosse at Brown and take some nice girl spot who would have made the team, now you can do that. If you want to sell your soul and pretend to be a lady, go get that scholarship. It ain't off the table. So yeah, and like the way this was framed too, like they planted the seeds months ago with that Sarah Fuller girl. Remember from Vanderbilt? They made it like she was playing football. The girl did it. So now when you think of women and men competing in each other's sports, you're like, oh, Sarah Fuller. It's so the girl can play football because she was so good she had to play football. And it's like, no, that's 1 in a million. It's going to go guys to girl sports every single time. There's not going to be, I don't think, any women in any sport that are going to go compete with the men and win. They had to do that charity PR stunt with Sarah, no offense. She ended up winning. She got invited to the inauguration. Her person won. I'm at home in my blown out chair, still in front of the green screen. So, you know, respect to her, but keep in mind that is the left's world and the left's framing. So in the real world of truth, the real reality, I obviously won. I speak truth. It was a PR stunt. She's a trash kicker. It was a handout. We're not going to get into it and get crazy. I'm not going to make another Sarah Fuller video. I'm sure she's a lovely girl. I've already been down this road. We did it, Joe. Boys can be girls now, and you have to pay for it. For a group of people that care so much about Kamala being the first woman president, it's surprising to see them destroy women's sports like that. So Joe comes in, takes a swing at the diabetics, swing at the troops, and now swing at the ladies. Build back better. Before we move on, I'm going to take this moment to do a quick plug. Have you guys received the Fleccas Friday newsletter, number 1 and 2? Last 2 weeks, we've put them out, and they've been very well received. Everyone loves them. Sign up, link in bio if you haven't gotten yours yet. All right, moving on. So the next first thing Joe Biden does as president is sign an executive order requiring masks for 100 days on federal property. This is the official statement from the Biden administration.
Why don't you go ahead and put your mask on right now?
I'm so happy we have that clip. A lot of these liberal-run cities and states are starting to open back up. Gavin Newsom, Lori Lightfoot, Andrew Cuomo talking about opening back up, easing restrictions on restaurants especially. That's interesting. I thought that cases were the most important. Everything we've done so far has been because of cases, and the cases are going up. And when you look at this graph, you'd think, hey, isn't this the last time you want to open back up if cases are so important? Are cases not so important? What changed since 2 weeks ago? Did you get all the mail-in ballots you need and tank the economy like you planned? Now we're all good to go? On December 3rd, there were restrictions implemented in LA because they had 2,572 hospitalizations. On January 25th, yesterday, the day the restrictions were lifted, there were 6,697 hospitalizations. So almost 3 times as many hospitalizations, but the restrictions are lifted now? So forever, it's always been about cases. And you know what I noticed on CNN the other day? That chyron in the corner that says cases and it's ticking up, it's gone now. It's gone. I guess we're now into a more positive timeline. First thing he does. Whatever. No one listens. Speaking of wearing a mask and Muppets telling you to wear a mask, I was out with Richard Rappoi the other day getting charcuterie ingredients, and someone told me, hey, you have to wear a mask. Do you have a mask? And I said, this is a new excuse, and I recommend it to everybody. It worked pretty well. I said, I'm actually legally exempt for health reasons. I have the paperwork, and the cop said it was fine. And he's just like, all right, it's pretty good. Cop said it was fine, immediately escalating to authority like that, and it's not on their terms. All day. All right, you're good. Cop said it was fine, and what? The guy at the grocery store is going to say it's not? We got him. And then he asked Richard Ratboy for what's his excuse, and he couldn't say the same thing. So he just goes, "All right, I'll wear one. Just hand me the mask. I'll wear one." You should have just said same. They crash the economy. They get their mail-in votes, and then now they start changing the tone. What was it really all about? That's why we need to arrest Andrew Cuomo, and we need to arrest Gavin Newsom. ShopFleccas.com, best merch in the game. Get it while you still can. It's very important. These people need to go to jail. To be fair, since Biden has taken office, the media has been really hard on him. Take a look at some of these questions he's gotten.
A lighter note, will he keep Donald Trump's Air Force One color scheme change?
This is such a good question. I have not had the opportunity to dig into that today, given the number of executive actions, orders, the inauguration, a few things happening. I will venture to get you an answer on that, and maybe we can talk about it in here tomorrow.
They're talking about how the airplane's painted. They called Brett Kavanaugh a gang rapist and just made it up, and everyone went with it. They said Trump was a Russian asset forever. Everyone ran with it, and now they're asking Biden if he's going to paint the plane again.
It will never happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Not ever.
That was my favorite meme from this week. My producer, Richard Ratboy, made it. He had an amazing year. If you guys aren't following him, please do, at Richard Ratboy on Instagram. He grew 40,000 followers in like 3 months, 4 months. Give him a follow. So that concludes the recap of Joe Biden's first week as president. I know a lot of people are probably feeling down and kind of blindsided by this whole 2020 election. I am too. I know I was for a while. And they're kind of wondering what's next. Get a lot of messages saying, what's next? What do we do? We're screwed. I'm just urging everybody, be optimistic. Don't live for the world that the left has created. They want you to stay inside and hate everybody. They want you to be locked down, close your business. I encourage everyone to just build your communities back home. Start local, with your own family, with yourself. Work out, go outside, take your neighbor to lunch, coach your kid's t-ball team, and if he sucks, don't give him a trophy. We need to build back the community that's been gone for so long. Like this last election, although it didn't go our way and there were some things that played out that are kind of out of our control, we did learn a lot. We learned who has our back. We learned which politicians are truly America first, which GOP members are rhinos. We learned which companies are for us and which companies want to subvert American values. And I think we need to take what we learned in this last election and use it going forward to build a very strong foundation that can take us further than we went in 2016 to 2020. I think we need to use our dollars every day. Only support companies that are like-minded. If there's a company out there like Amazon that you use a lot, or Netflix, and you know that they don't have America's best interest, stop using it. Delete it. And get involved locally, too, with local elections. The entire country is a sum of its parts. So if we have more patriotic people getting involved in a local level, that's going to ripple throughout for years to come. It's so important. So I know it's ugly out there. I know things didn't go how we wanted them to go, but it's all good. Control what you can control. Don't be worried. Don't feel down and out. It's not over. We're never hopeless. Don't let the left take our hope. That's what they want to do. They want us to feel so down, and they want us to feel like there is no chance and we have no hope. And that's never going to be the case. There's 75 million patriotic people that love this country. I'm not worried about it in the long run. Also, last but of course not least, pray and go to church. It's very important. Read the Bible, go to church, get square with God. I'm a delusional optimist, but it's actually good and it's fun. And we're going to expose all the clownery for the next few years. We're going to build new platforms on social media that respect free speech. And we're going to have a lot of fun as a culture. We're going to attract a lot of new people that are in the next few years are going to be disappointed by Joe Biden and the Democrats. And it's going to be the final straw. And they're going to look for another place to go, an alternative culture to be a part of. And we're going to offer a more appealing one. Keep pushing forward. Stay optimistic. Get married, work out, have children, hire conservative people, hire like-minded people, build businesses, reinvest in America, get a raise. Anything else? Spend that money on Amazon. Don't go to Amazon. Don't spend the money on Amazon in China. Is that it? That's it. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. The Clintons merch is still ripping. If you guys like the Clinton shirts, get yours now. ShopFleccas.com. Links are in the description. If you haven't joined the newsletter yet, join the newsletter. There's a link in the description. Click that. Add your name. Add your email. It takes 10 seconds. And then you're on the weekly newsletter. It comes out every Friday alongside This Week in Culture. This Week in Culture, if you're looking for that, is now exclusively on Rumble. We're posting teasers elsewhere, but Rumble is where you're going to find it going forward. rumble.com/Fleccas. Links are in the bio for that. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Stay positive. Stay positive. Stay positive. We'll see you at the next one. We did it, Joe. You're gonna ruin the United States. That was the one.